Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video, and well, back with a new unboxing video because, as I said in my previous video, I had like a lot of mail sitting in my post box, and interestingly, once again, I have mail from Eastern Europe sitting in my post box, this time from Lithuania, once again from gintas, an artist who's been sorting me out with a lot of releases over the past years. Usually he releases on his own label like one CD album per year, approximately, somewhat in that realm, and has sent me a lot of stuff from his label GK in the past, since the first release of the label. So let's find out what is in there. Interesting color scheme for the pen he chose, and yeah, things have been happening and stuff. I've been preparing my box for the show, for the Pure Garage and Silks show in Kiel. The garage show and speed garage show I'm gonna play on Saturday, and I forgot how cruel a procedure that is, like to fill one flight case with records, because especially if you haven't played that for years actually, when I look back to throughout the pandemic, I guess the last proper DJ gig was like on Christmas Eve in 2019, and after that I decided to take like a 2 to 3 months break. That was my original plan, just to rearrange things and get things sorted out and stuff, and then the pandemic hit, so it's been a while, and well, I bought records, a few actually, throughout all those years and all those months and stuff, and now I realize I have way more new stuff, garage stuff I want to play on Saturday, but also I have a lot of classics I want to play, so I put like half a box basically back into my collection, because there was no chance to fit all that stuff into one like 100 or like 80 records box, which is well suitable for me to play like in a whole night. But yeah, I hope I'm going to play another garage show in Kiel as well, somewhere down the line, maybe in January or whatever, so I can play the other stuff I didn't get to play, or I'm not getting to play this time. So this happened, and it's like a cruel game to pick the records you want to play, especially if you play an all-nighter, because there's so much good stuff and I bought more than I thought I did. But let's dive into this envelope, which comes in, as I said, from Lithuania, another East German country, and what we got in here is, yeah, this looks like a GK release, definitely. We got the CD here, which is put in shrink wrap, and we got a release info here, which is Mountains, Runlets, Caves and Cascades on a GK a digital album and CD. The CD is limited to 100 copies. There's a lot of info, like a lot of info, and here is the kind of BANDCAMP link to that album if you want to check this out. Limited to 100 copies, produced by gintas in 2020, so 2 years ago. All music as usual, recorded live at once without any overdubs, using computer, MIDI keyboard and controller. So this is what gintas does. A lot of randomized digital sound recordings, a lot of very abstract stuff, very demanding stuff, not necessarily structured in a way you would like call a techno or drum and bass track structured, but it's very abstract and more for those like into, I don't know, if you like Jäger maybe and that kind of stuff, and Matzbo and like clicks and cuts and oval and all those like artists put in like one big melange and mixed through, and with a lot of like digital glitches and whatever. This is the stuff gintas does usually. He has like a lot of H.P. Lovecraft references here from books or stories like At the Mountains of Madness, Dreams in the Witch House, and The Case of the Dexter Ward. All of those I haven't read, but I know, of course, of the cosmic horrors that H.P. Lovecraft covers. So this as a reference for electronic music might be interesting, might be pointing into some like very brooding, dark, atmospheric realms, which are usually, well, the darkness and the more atmospheric spatial eerie things is not a thing that I have heard Gintas K covering so far, but would be suitable like with the title as well. Gintas K is a Lithuanian sound artist, has been on the scene since '94, has also been in the Lithuanian industrial electronic music band Modus, and worked as an editor for a radio station Kapsai in the late 90s. So this is a thing I didn't know, that he's also involved in radio, but this is of course a connection for me because I've been doing radio, well, basically in some form since the late 90s as well. Had a regular show on FSK in Hamburg for like 6 years or so, then switched to Byte FM, took a break in between, and then took another break, and then of course, you know, I'm on Radio Flouka and whatever. But now let's dive into the CD. I'm gonna remove this foil here because the glare and stuff. This is a cover that points into horrors and somewhat is kind of similar to my own album in Macrospace, which has a similar darkish aesthetic. Here's the front, and just to compare that, you know, the score, I hope you can see the similarities where I'm coming from, that grayscale-ish, darkish void, whatever. So yeah, and you could call my album as well like as a soundtrack to cosmic horrors maybe. So here is the back of Gintas K's album. This is catalog number 06 of his own label GK Rec, and also the inside matte black, beautiful. I like this kind of decent artwork thing. There is a total of 7 tracks on here, no, 6 actually, which have a runtime from like 5 minutes to 14 minutes. Total time is like 47 minutes 22 seconds, and has been kind of sponsored by Agatha, whoever Agatha is, and not as a name but maybe an organization, and also by the Lithuanian Council for Culture. I don't know if you can see that here down in the corner. And yeah, that's it for today. Gintas K's new album coming in, more mail from an Eastern European country actually, and now I'm gonna review that for sure within the next days on my website nightstyles.de, which is down in the description box of course, as are all of my other social media links, DJ dates, whatever, radio shows. And if you like this one, share, subscribe, you know the score, leave me a comment. And actually I've uploaded or like put the review to the last album on the Mahorka label by that guy from Moldova up on my website like an hour ago or so. So if you want to check that out, please find the link down there as well to my website and read that. And it's very interesting stuff. Let me say Stockhausen kind of as a very vague reference, but this is what the one track on the tape reminded me of. So BAZE.JUNKIii out for now. I'm gonna go into editing mode. See you in the next one. See you later.